While receiving a report of the various nefarious deeds of the courtiers of Aquitaine, William came to the conclusion that he was surrounded by vipers, and lost any urge to charity toward them. However, his long tenure as king had subdued even the most angry and ambitious of Aquitaine's vassals, and at long last not even one of them was hostile to William's rule. Young Prince John, however, proved vexatious, developing a streak of arbitrariness to accompany his disbelief and cynicism. Seeing that the Holy Roman Empire had dissolved or absorbed the Kingdom of France, William created himself King of France on the 25th of January 1332, finishing the long work of his line and completing the domination of France. In recognition of the long and loyal service of his mentor and Chancellor Guy Scarpenois, William created him Count of Dion and Duke of Burgundy. At ends as to what to do about the increasingly wayward Prince John, William took his side when he called a courtier fat, at least encouraging honesty in the cynical and arbitrary lad. Quick on the heels of this double-edged success, however, came the terrible news that the city of Belgrade had been razed to the ground on the 19th of July, 1332, a day that will live forever as a reminder of the savagery of the Golden Horde. As if this were not enough, William's old mentor and prop, Duke Guy, perished unto his death in October 1332, at least living to see his line established as nobles of Aquitaine. By 1333, the Holy Roman Empire seized the county of Reims, to William's consternation and worry. In a continuing trend of bad news, Pope Simplicius II was forced to admit that Christendom could not wrest Hungary from the Golden Horde in January 1334. However, all was not shadow. John, now reaching answers to his youthful wanderings and inquiries, developed a love for justice, hard work, and kindness, warming his father's heart. Over all of this loomed a difficult-to-resolve crisis. The Holy See's repeated failure to dislodge the Golden Horde from Hungary had severely weakened its credibility, and reports of spreading heresy reached William in Messina. Good news, however, came in the form of Prince John, who upon his majority was recognized as a paragon in all fields of human endeavor, and possibly the most able man in all of Europe. January 1330 finds King William faced with a decision, whether to declare himself Emperor of Francia or remain just a king, an emperor in all but name. His decision will determine the fate of Western Europe for decades, if not centuries to come. On the 31st of January 1340, King William holds court to inquire about the possibility of declaring himself Emperor of Francia. It is discovered that he cannot claim himself the Emperor of Francia because he lacks one county. The de jure Empire of Francia includes these lands, normally held by the Holy Roman Empire, but presently the Duchy of, or the County of Forez is independent. It is possible to declare war for Duke Pierre III of Auvergne, who has a claim on it. It is decided to declare war on the independent Duchy of Forez, and the levies of Aquitaine are raised. The levies of Aquitanian Sicily and the levies of Aquitanian Outremer are dismissed. Assault on Kuzan is attempted. Assault on Charlieu is undertaken. And the assault on Montbrison is undertaken. Peace is offered to Duke Pierre. And he accepts. In the meantime, these lands have burst into open rebellion against the Holy Roman Empire. The levies are dismissed. War is declared against Count Arnold of Vienne. No valid casus belli exists to attempt to take Lyon. And war is declared against Duke Leopold Ironside. The levy of Malta is dismissed, and the levies of Aquitania and Jerusalem are also dismissed. Bishop Matthias. Bishop Matthias, good friend since childhood. Now I can focus on this one enemy. Or can I? Ha 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 ha! Excellent. Excellent. Now. this will take a little bit of working on. Let us continue to move them there. And let's raise these levees here. Let's move them south. Now this will take... this is going to be a very complicated and convoluted war that's being fought here. Need a new marshal. Adhemar, become my marshal. I will disband these levies. I will disband these levies. The levy of Malta. A levy there. A levy there, and continue them moving to Dion. Now I will disband these levies here. Declare war on King Rudolf of Lotharingia, even while I am at war with the Byzantine Empire. Raise the levies. Send them willy-nilly into Reims. Gather those levies there. Begin to gather these levies down here in Acre. I will use that. Now, we'll raise up the fleet levies. Aquitaine truly has a ridiculous number of ships. Gather them together there. I begin to load them. Alright, now we continue on. We'll salt there. Oh! Indeed! Baron Eilif of Beaune. Wow. A good man, now fallen in battle. The Duchy of Brittany is no longer considered a de jure part of the Kingdom of Brittany. Good, now I must go to see to things here.
Și cum las-o șapte ner, e n-ai si las de șapte nerai. Pozei che una pronumene în te, că vei că destruiem cu fun. Cu tas răstornate slas mescre, per sai ca treva se
Stehendes ich hier wach, ich bin kommen an die Stadt, da dort, wenn ich liegen brach.
The past 2 years have aged William considerably. Having started the decade while yet youthful, he is now a long-bearded old man, having waged 5 campaigns, 4 of them successfully, between January 1340 and November 1341, ranging from Reims to Vienne, Sicily to the Holy Land, and as deep into Europe as the Bohemian homeland east of Germany. Though the 16th of November 1341 will be remembered as a black day in the annals of Aquitaine, it is hardly a major crisis. The loss of Salerno, hopefully only temporary, is balanced against the gain of Forez, Vienne, Charleroi, and Reims. On the whole, Aquitaine is better off for the wars it fought over the past 2 years, the staggering loss of life notwithstanding. William, feeling that the time is now to press claims and lunge toward the goal of uniting Aquitaine and Sicily, constantly seeks pretense for war, but hesitates to destroy his reputation among his fellow lords. He will not throw away his renown for a mere county, and he contents himself with waiting for the levies of Aquitaine to recover, and rewards his marshal Adhemar de Ivrea, husband of his daughter Ermengarde, with the newly won county of Reims. In preparation for a campaign, William assembles his fleets off the coast of Sicily and bears insult as the Byzantine emperor asks for his daughter in marriage to Prince Artemius of Byzantium, a suit curtly refused. In response, William dispatches his chancellor to Salerno to establish a claim there. The reports from his vassals come in, and it is bad news. The levies of Aquitaine, severely depleted, number no more than 25,000 men, to which could be added 3,000 house troops from the de Poitou holdings, and 9,000 standing men-at-arms presently in Rheims. Aquitaine is vulnerable to attack by any power having a claim to its lands. But William remembers his resolution 2 years ago. Satisfied now that Aquitaine has obtained the necessary land to justify his declaring himself Emperor of Francia, King of Aquitaine, France, Sicily, and Jerusalem, Duke of Aquitaine and Galilee by right of arms under the law of God, he stands before his vassals in Messina and is crowned Emperor by Pope Simplicius II on the 13th of April, 1342. Let's give you a bit of money. I have all these assured claims, but to do so I'd have to become a truce breaker. Could declare war on Lyon, which I will do. Send my troops there. Raise the levies of Francia in Old Aquitaine and send them into there. Dismiss these levies. And dismiss those levies. Also disband those ships. And disband those ships. As soon as I have the troops available, launch the siege of Pusignan. And the siege of Lyon. The siege of Saint-Jean-Baptiste. Siege of Brindis, and the siege of Uilliam. Now, Bohemia is also there. Do not want to tangle with the armies of the Holy Roman Empire, so I will travel that way, joining them together and putting them under my own personal command. No. Very well. The peasants will just have to hang out for a little while and do what they're doing. Now. Take some time to put this siege down, preparing the siege engines at Eppenstein and assault. Well fought siege there. And Graz. And Levant. Now, where else is Bohemia? To the north. Now we're getting to some fairly deep expeditionary activity here. And your plot, please. Hmm. 413 soldiers per month, eh? I will launch the siege soon. Right now. Cannot wait longer. And the siege of Pisek concluded on the 13th of November. And the siege of Cloudruby. Very good. Now, I will obtain the county of Lyon. Get those troops on their way back home, where they can be disbanded. Let us flatter and soothe this burgher. Uh-huh. Very good. Very good. Now, here. Alright, and here. Okay, still not independent. And I will wait for the Byzantine Empire to break up in some way, and then I will crush them and take Salerno back. That will not stand. Aquitaine's levies are returning to their previous... No. Things could spiral out of control. Let us find Eleanor a husband. Let us mirror here to the Duke of Navarra. Oh. Yes, over Reims. Very well. They will, of course, use it. Now, who should he be married to, I wonder? She is impressive. But old. So, who is the king here? Still King Rudolph, eh? Cannot declare war until 1351. Let us see who will help with this. Who will lend a hand? Let us see who joins this plot. Poisoned wine. Yes, classic. Now, who else may come along? Anyone? Anyone? No? 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 Now we'll have to try again. We'll have to try again. A pit of manure, eh? There is no trace of my complicity.
Sag doch was.
That's Siege of Grimont, Tarascon. Bring them all right there. Him also. Load them there. Them also. All of those loaded there. All of these on their way to there. Unload those troops there. Crush Orange. And Avignon. And Carpentras. And Mondragon. Very good. Put all those fleets together, and then put them all right there in Istra. Put Wittenberg under the siege. And Trieste. Fiume. And Pula. Excellent. Now, rather than excellent. On 16th of July, 1345, William de Poitou has become Duke of Provence and the Count of Provence also. Station them in Troy. Disband the levies from Aquitaine and Outremer. Oh, I shall be merciful. Disband those as well. And disband the fleet levies. Now, William's vassals. The Duchess of Burgundy. Huh. She's gone from being a friend to being... oh, well. The daughter of my friend. That is why. Well, let's send a gift. Help things out a bit. Now, the Barony of Irigny, the County of Provence, County of Lyon. Let's see here, the Barony of Irigny. Let's find someone to give that to. Let's give him the County of Lyon. Then let's give... oh, he is a Waldensian. First you must become a good Christian. Then we can talk about something for you. Okay. He is heir to nothing. Let's give him the Barony of Irigny. Good cousin. Now, Aquitaine's levies are still raising up. Can its retinues? Yes, very much so. So, what is the composition of the levies? Let us increase the skirmishers. And then let us increase the heavy knights. And one more skirmisher. Very good. Very good. Let's move them there. But it's too late. The Cathar heresy has appeared in the province of Cornwall. Let us get him up there. No. Let us keep things fine between Genoa and Francia at the present. Duke Jaspert. And your plot, sir. Now. Huh. Countess Frida. What if I release you? I'll just release you. What about you? 25 gold? Very good. What about you? Very good. Now, with the fabricated claim on Ancona, and begin continuing to press together these two lands. I would decline at present. I will decline at present. Handle that down there, would you please? Yes, well, I have all manner of claims that I could pursue against Kaiser Emmerich. Now would be the time if I were to do it, wouldn't it? $116 of 117,000, eh? Alright, let's assemble the fleets first. Now, what do I want to grab? Is Bourgogne one that I could get? Very well, I'm now at war with Kaiser Emmerich of the Holy Roman Empire. the soldiers going there. Those there. And those there. Press the siege at Besançon, and Vesoul, Belfort. Now, all of these soldiers link together and march into there. You 1,700 laggards, get on the vessels. You also there. I want you to press into there. I want you to press into there. Siege that strong place. I will accept it. We will have Salerno back soon. Now, can I declare war on him? Claim Salerno. Mayor Dieter, Immortio, must just calm down, sir. Gather together. Land them there. Now we can have the assault. Very good. Very good. Now, who else might I war on? Need a new spy master.
Sing for the brave and sing for the strong, to all those living and those who have gone, with never a penny of money.
going to leave him alone and not put him at risk of being arrested or otherwise imprisoned. I think that would be the wisest thing. The barony of Montbéliard, the county of Bourgogne. Alright. Let's find... Ah! Guy de Usson. Good Catholic now. Let us go ahead and give you the county of Provence. And let's make you the Duke of Provence. And then the barony of Montbéliard in Bourbon. Who is the Count? I am the Count of Bourbon. So, let us just find a good de Poitou. Here's the Baron of Urigny. Stupid and ambitious. Weak claims on the county of Madama and Beirut. Oh, I think it'll be safe to give you a barony. There, and now his vassals ought to be happy. Vassals of Aquitaine not happy with Francia's insane period of war.
With never a penny of money.
Fraticelli, eh? He has a great deal of gold. Genoa is stronger than Aquitaine in terms of prestige over its history. That will change. That will change. Have army levies still raised? Now can I declare war on him? Claim Ghana? Holy war for Provence. Holy war for Galicia? Grand city of Benaicine and the grand city of Nice. very nice. I'm going to go ahead and put those ships away in an effort to make my vassals somewhat happier. Oh yes, oh yes. Could go to war again. I don't want to. What about Pisa? He needs to be independent. Could claim all manner of things here. Not interested in that. Could I raise more retinues? Yes, I can. Raise more skirmishers. And send them north to join their fellows. The Sunni Caliph Firaz I wants Armenia, eh? Let us see where the Chancellor ought to go next. Now, have the Chancellor go there. Peasants have revolted in Cornwall, eh? Yes, that's fine. Let us check the factions. Elaine de Poitou died a natural death at the age of 38. Baron Guy of Beaune, Guy de Poitou, Nicolas, not special people, not particularly special children. Very interesting. Well, the doings of other people are beyond my control. Antoinette seeks to kill Prince John of Francia, eh? Baroness Antoinette of Beaune, eh? Very well. But I'm not going to allow that to stand. out, so people interested in helping out, I guess they like her. Very good. All children will be of the 12JUL dynasty? Very good. Now.
Seigneur, sachez qu'Iorne s'en ira. En cette terre où Dieu fut mort et dit, et qui la croix d'autres mers me prendra. À peine me dira un
Very good.
paradis qui a un
Cornwall is still
souhait
Cather.
à mon oh, Seigneur, d'où éclaire sa vengeance.
Nope, let us leave the trade posts alone.
Sa terre
Money is flowing sufficiently into Aquitaine's coffers to not be worried about such matters.
mourront par de ça. Qui n'aime Dieu, bien le honneur ne prie. Et chaque lundi, ma femme que fera? Je ne les rouais.
It's time to go on a grand hunt.
Mes amis, s'ils sont choués, en trop folle la tendance qu'il n'est ami. For que s'ils sont autant ceux qui pour nous fuant la vraie croix-mie.
Thank you. Must always face down the wolves.
Or s'en iront si le vaillant bachelier qui aime Dieu et l'honneur de ce monde.
Now, what wars might be fought?
Veulent à Dieu à l'air et les morts veulent les cendres de mourants. Aveugle sang de ce nœud dont je mire qui
They're still installed there.
ne fait Dieu en sa vie et pour si peu faire la gloire du monde. Douce dame, reine couronnée, reliée pour nous, vierge bien ahurée, et puis après le nouveau m'échouer.
No, I will not get involved in any sort of embargo wars. Of course, we will spend lavishly on food. It's the only way to do it. "284 years have passed since 1066, and William I, great-great-great-great-great-grandson of Guillaume VIII, Duke of Aquitaine, now rules over a mighty empire spanning from the Breton coast to the Arabian desert. Having grown from a powerful duchy in France, Francia is now comprised of hundreds of holdings, ruled by dozens of lords held together by the might of the de Poitou emperors from the Purple Throne in Messina. Unusual for a realm this size, succession in the land of the de Poitou kings was almost always determined by gavelkind, though there were some close calls and some extraordinary measures undertaken to ensure smooth succession. Aquitaine was able to remain whole and achieve empire. Francia's vassals, from highest duke to lowest bishop or mayor, are well pleased with William's rule, and he has led his realm with measure and dignity for over 50 years as a boy and as a man. Though William is far from the wealthiest man in Europe, Many are those whose coffers beggar those of Francia. He is by far the most famed, and by some distance the most pious man in the known world. Moreover, Francia is the largest cohesive political entity in Europe as of 1350, with a host that outstrips the admittedly only temporarily beleaguered Golden Horde. The Holy Roman Empire, roughly equal in strength to Francia when whole and well governed, is at present divided, with several wars racking its weary peasants and burghers as kings and dukes contend to see who among them will rule. The Byzantine Empire is in similar straits, with a much weakened Orthodox Church contributing to the rise of heresies, and 2 wars troubling a normally placid and unperturbable empire. The Golden Horde, for so long an unshakable enemy in the East, is now at war with itself as the jealous High Chief Berk I vies against the boy Kagan Batu to place a prince of his own choosing as lord over the vast Tengri plains. The people of Europe have complete faith in no faith. The Reformed Tengri religion holds sway over 150 holdings east of the Holy Roman Empire, and the Sunni sect, while small, is by far the dominant faith in the Muslim world. The Roman Catholic Church, once an unimpeachable institution, has damaged itself by foolish crusades against the Mongols and holds a much diminished position in 1350. This has allowed heresies, strongest among them the Fraticelli error, to gain root in Iberia, North Africa, and Scandinavia, and the Holy See is powerless to call crusade against these heretic realms, occupied as it is by the heathen Tengri Mongols. Occitan culture has spread from the south of France as far east as the Holy Land, and is making inroads into Italy. France is slowly becoming Occitan, with the previously dominant Frankish culture on its way out. Over mighty Francia, Emperor Uilliam I, yet hale but having seen 59 years come and go, stands like a colossus. It is here, in January 1350, that the alternate history of Aquitaine ends, and the alternate history of Francia begins. Can Prince John of Francia, every bit the man his legendary father has become, yet filled with lassitude as his broad potential lies fallow, and he waits for his promised bride to reach womanhood, continue the mighty line of the de Poitou dynasty, and bring Occitan Francia whole into the Renaissance era? Can he and his posterity unite old Aquitaine and Sicily by conquering the lands between them in Italy and Burgundy? If not, it certainly will not be because he was given a dearth of resources to do so with, or a weak heritage to draw from for strength. For now, the question is in your hands, and I wish you all luck and good tidings as you try for yourself. Thus ends the alternate history of Aquitaine, 1066 AD to 1350 AD. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the series. Be glorious.